News on the March. Issue 29, date 9th of May, 1937. The Hindenburg, a soaring beauty. Footage from Slater Publishing & Co. airplanes showing the most efficient transportation method in the world, or rather, above the world. The Hindenburg can gently float above New York City at speed of over 130 kilometers an hour, contrasting to 50 kilometers an hour or so for even the fastest maritime vessels around. Even the least copacetic fellow north of Munich would agree that the Hindenburg is the best method of transportation available. One journalist from the Slater Publishing news team was even able to stand a pen on its tip while the Hindenburg was in flight, and it even managed to stand upright without...
No, dadgummit.
Newspaper journalists reporting on the Hindenburg treated the Hindenburg with utmost respect. They said it was the most efficient transportation method in the world. They said it was luxurious. The advertisements for the Hindenburg, they also prevailed. And you're wondering maybe if you've seen an advertisement for the Hindenburg, why wouldn't they advertise that the fact that the Hindenburg has huge, glorious ballrooms or amazing bathroom suites or amazing bedroom suites, high-quality beds, high-quality fiber? Why didn't they advertise this? In truth, they had none of that. The Hindenburg had conditions on board that were absolutely horrible for the price. And I don't think that the Hindenburg exploding necessarily killed the Zeppelin company. I think that it was doomed from the start, and the Hindenburg was the straw that broke the camel's back. The Hindenburg was a doom from the start? Absolutely. I can explain why. The Hindenburgs were destroyed because of the bankruptcy of the Zeppelin company. They were shipped apart and melted down for scrap metal. The Zeppelin company did indeed go bankrupt 29 days after the Hindenburg incident. But what was the Hindenburg incident? Now, if you have a model of the Hindenburg here, inside was a red velvety shade internal covering. They had hydrogen bags, crew and bridge module, passenger module, OP observational post module, ventilation systems, a ladder, oil and gas modules, hydraulics, cargo, water tank, piston engine, exhaust pipes, a rigid truss structure, a waste tank, disposal for the waste tank, and buoyancy compensators. The Hindenburg explosion was a very complicated and intense event. In order to explain exactly what happened, I'm going to need these modules. Now, if you pay attention to the three yellow blocks at the bottom, the cargo modules, a fire likely started here and spread quickly to the other parts of the Hindenburg until it erupted in a massive flame. 65 of 97 passengers survived and 32 died. One man on the ground died as well, so that would be 33. The beds aboard the Hindenburg, and this is back to my original point, the beds aboard the Hindenburg, they were not luxurious in any way. Keep in mind, you'd be paying $7,500 for this, as opposed to a crew board module, like on a ocean liner. You'd have great, massive queen beds with amazing windows, amazing bathrooms, private ballrooms, private indoor swimming pools. The Hindenburg had nothing of that matter. The Hindenburg, the way the hydrogen worked is that it could only lift so much. It could lift 24 tons of weight. So if you remove the label here, we zoom in and enhance the view. This is the Hindenburg below deck, below the hydrogen cargo. So this is where all the crew would be. And this is the Hindenburg. That's it. Inside are these rooms, and there's this stuff in it. Many beds, a crew space, cargo space, and a captain space. That's it. If you look at a floor plan of the Hindenburg, you see you don't really have that many options in terms of entertainment. You have a cigar room, a bar, a social lounge, a writing room. That's it. You'll be on the Hindenburg for 5 days, and that's all you get to do. Deck B were just beds, and Deck C was crew. You had 4 rooms to be in for 5 days, or your bedroom. If you compare something to the Hindenburg like the Titanic, so Hindenburg versus Titanic, here is the crew space of the Hindenburg versus the Titanic. You have 90 people on board the Hindenburg, and you have about 4,500 people aboard the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg was built in 1937, Titanic in 1912. Hindenburg sold each ticket for $7,500, Titanic for just about $40. Let's put this into a T-based chart. Hindenburg, $75,000 or $7,500 per ticket, compared to $45 per ticket on the Titanic. Hindenburg had 65 passengers. Titanic had 2,445. The Hindenburg was about 3 times faster than the Titanic, but the Titanic it cost about the same to operate both. The Titanic made 10 times more money than the Hindenburg per flight, and the Titanic was built 21 years earlier. If you count this out by wins and losses, Hindenburg gets 2 points and Titanic gets 6. Keep in mind, it was built 21 years earlier. There are other options. These massive crew vessels were way bigger. And in 1937, when the Hindenburg crashed, you can ride in airplanes. They exist. Planes like the Douglas DC-3 existed at this time, and they were quite common.